historically in Los Angeles, gangs sort of had some positive aspect to them. They looked out for a community. You'd never have a robbery, or a burglary, I should say, in a neighborhood. But all that changed, like in drugs, or the dope is the thing that brought it about, huh?
Well, early on, you know, if you look in the late 60s, early 70s, gangs were doing a lot of the community monitoring, hanging out, socializing, protecting others. But then in the early 70s...
taking care of people, too, because I can remember growing up in East LA, and there were times when somebody lost their job, there would be food on their table. Until they got set up, and it was by the guys.
Absolutely. They were part of the community, and they were loved in the community. Yeah. But in the 70s, there was something changed, and it was drugs, it was access to weapons, because during that time period, you're talking about when there was a conflict between Group A and Group B, they may have just said, let's go to the park and fight it out.
And there was a time, I've never admitted this in public, but there was a time when I was about 9 years old when I was the guy who was from my neighborhood taking care of it. It was a fist fight, and it was over in 2 minutes.
And today that doesn't exist. Now we have...
You shoot each other.
We got 9mm and 380s, which is the weapon of choice. We got fully automatic weapons, which are used sometimes. And the days of let's rumble in the park or let's do it over sports, let's play football and settle this score, doesn't exist anymore. So now we got all this violence happening.
And is there any hope?
I want to hope so, but I've been doing this for, years, and I haven't really seen much. I see it go up and down. The late 90s, I was feeling real good about this because we saw that gang crime went down, but it's starting to increase again.
And maybe the worst part of it all is that the kids, the people living in the neighborhoods themselves don't believe that there's an out.
Oh, absolutely not. They feel that they're doomed and this is the only life for them.
The old line about the only way you get out of the neighborhood is either with handcuffs on or being carried out by the coroner.
And it doesn't have to be that way.
Of course, and we'll talk about more of that when we come back. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
Rockin' it, yes,